back. Now, the only thing that's constant in life is change. This saying has proven to be true in all human relationships and others. Parents take care of the needs of their children from tender age until they come of age. Oftentimes, however, they carry out these duties lovingly while expecting their kids to reciprocate the care, love, and attention at their old age. Some children ignore their parents, thinking it is not their responsibility to take care of them. This brings us to the question, is it best for parents to depend financially on their children at old age? Mena Ukaobasi tells us more.
Honor your father and mother so that your days may be long is a biblical injunction. Also, the African culture has always advocated parents supporting children at their tender age and children taking responsibility of their parents at old age. However, times are changing. Westernization seems to have taken over from culture, and children now see taking care of their parents as a responsibility which they can either refuse or accept. Even with the advancement of science and technology, aging is still inevitable. Planning for old age and retirement is a trend on the rise. Speaking on whether it is good for parents to depend on their children financially at old age, some residents said,
You know, opportunities and privileges are not the same. We grew up from different backgrounds and having to enjoy different opportunities. Well, it is also a joy that children who are doing well should not neglect their aging parents.
They are no more healthy and strong enough to go out there and hustle for themselves. So it's the duty of the children to take care of their parents. One, it's not just that they are your parents. They watched you grow.
It was the view of respondents that parents should not depend on their children at old age, but should rather make plans ahead of retirement, while children should also strive to earn a living to take care of their parents. After all, that is the whole essence of family.
Now, in Nigeria, like most other African societies, it is a taboo to practice incest, a sexual relationship between members of the same family, even when both parties consented to it. How then can one describe the situation in our next report, where 7 fathers in Akwa Ibom State allegedly consistently raped their daughters? Shocking indeed. Let Clement Bariku, who has a follow-up where the affected daughters are demanding for justice, tell us more.
Over the years, there has been an increase in the reported cases of rape across the 31 local government areas of Akwa Ibom State. This has continued despite efforts of the state government and voluntary organizations to clamp down on this monster. Of all the rape cases, none has attracted public condemnation like the recent report of 7 fathers who raped their daughters. At first, when it appears on the social media, many thought it was the usual social media hype until a confirmation came from wife of Akwa Ibom State Governor Martha Odom Emmanuel.
It is true. Those girls will come up on their own to report, my father has been raping me. I am tired. I've personally asked a couple of them, what do you want? And they are the ones that will tell me, ma, we want justice. I will ask them, do you mean you want your father to be behind bars? They will say yes. A couple of them, at least 4 of them have told me that personally.
We made effort to know who these fathers are, but it was unsuccessful, while we were not also allowed access to the victims who are now undergoing rehabilitation. Good enough, Akwa Ibom State has domesticated the Violence Against Persons Prohibition Law, and the law provides a penalty of a life sentence for rapists and 14 years imprisonment for perpetrators of gender-based violence and any kind of sexual offense other than rape. All that is required now is for victims and their relations to open up and report when it occurs.
We need to look at it in two perspectives. Not putting person in life imprisonment can solve the problem. What the problem is, we should look to see what is happening, what is causing this, rape, incessant rape in the country.
So many people have been found guilty, and already we have so many cases in the family court. Another good thing now is people are talking. They are no more hiding the offenders. The youth will take up upon themselves to arrest and then hand over to the police, and from there they are prosecuted in the court of law.
In the last 6 months, 10 rapists have been convicted in the state. In 2020 alone, 23 also faced the full wrath of the law shortly after Governor Dom Emmanuel signed Violence Against Persons Prohibition Bill into law. The 7 fathers, if found guilty by the court, may join others in serving life jail term.
The wrath of the law will serve as deterrent. Incest is indeed a taboo, and also rape. Now, different people experience a range of social impact as a result of sexual assault. For most survivors, it becomes more devastating when it is committed by a known or close person. You can then imagine the trauma the 16-year-old in our next report is experiencing as the young man who violated and raped her is going about the village boasting of his dastard act, claiming untouchable. Ifoma Ahoje tells us the rest of the story.
Like on any other night, this 16-year-old girl was in her room awaiting her mother's return from a church program when she heard a terrifying sound from her window. She feared armed robbers' attack, but to her greatest dismay, a notorious boy in her local community, Nongokomikono, in Uyo local government area for Kwaibom State, Nsisong, broke her louvers and made his way into her room, armed with small weapons. What could have been his intent and reasons?
It was only me in the house, so I was waiting for my mommy to come back, and I was worried whether my mom would not come back. So as I was sitting down in the house, and I saw somebody broke the window and came inside. And she started telling me that anytime I see him in the road, that I did not greet him. I do as if I didn't know him. So I started begging him and tell him that she did not harm me. So she started beating me up. She started beating me up, and she said that she's going to rape me. And I beg him that he should not rape me, that I am on my period. He did not hear. Then she steal my clothes and started raping me.
Threatened by his attempt to stab her, the girl watched the young man in his early 20s defile her innocence in a very dehumanizing way, and she says her life has since not been the same.
He came in with a penknife and a big machete. She said that if I shout or say any word that will make him leave me, that she will kill me.
The girl's mother is more broken by the social stigma this has brought on her family and the devastating implication on her girl's health. I came home and my girl, who was menstruating, was rolling on the floor in pain. She told me the boy raped her. I was advised to take her for medical checks, but the boy has continued to boast of his wicked act, and I'm not happy. Both mother and daughter are crying out for justice to prevail. All I want is for the boy to be brought to book.
I want him to go to jail.
While the accused rapist is on the run, his mother and other members of the community have this to say.
I'm so terrified, and I'm still begging that my son and I should be forgiven.
I heard about the ugly incident. It is evil. So, with the involvement of both families, I hope the investigation will be thorough so that the right action can be taken.
Meanwhile, it bothers most right-thinking members of the community why cases of sexual assault should still be on the increase in spite of the numerous campaigns by government, non-governmental organizations and groups against rape.
Boasting, really? We'll see who laughs last. We are following the case and there's no hiding place for rapists. Now, what happens when a rapist is raped? Karma, you may say. Well, whatever it is, rape is an evil act that the society must fight to stop. Just like NTA stand against rape and rapists, which is paying off, a concerned Nigerian has taken up the challenge to end rape in his own way in what he tags raping the rapists. Momso Damian Date will tell us more about it.
Be a star, connect with NTA to continue to stand against rape and rapists. Don't forget to take action.
Join the fight and be a star. Somewhere in his corner, he takes the challenge seriously and decided to rape the rapist, but in pen and paper.
By raping rapists, we are standing up collectively against rape and speaking out about the evil that rape is. We are raping rapists when we hold every rapist accountable to his crime.
Meet Bibi Suleiman, a husband, father, and grandfather, an advocate for women and girls.
Human development issue. Everything centers around girl child. When you train a girl, you train a nation. You know, it goes beyond that superficial saying. It is deeper than that. You see, every girl child, well taken care of, will grow up to be what? To be a great woman. And that great woman will become a mother. Are we, putting that in perspective? Is it a priority, knowing that at the end of the day, if you don't do it, society will pay dearly for it later?
His office, library, and almost everything around his life revolves around the development of the female. His passion for pen and paper dates back to the 80s, when he started as an information officer with the Ministry of Information and later an editor for the United Nations Choices before retirement in 2009.
A girl who grows up ignorant of her sexuality will easily be taken advantage of.
With 5 publications to his name, the Holo, God Sent, stands out as a compulsory text for JSS3 students and second term across public schools in Abuja. Bibi Suleiman believes in the power and ability of a woman to change a nation. Hence his resolve to equip her intellectually, protect her dignity and honor at all costs.
I pray that other stations will complement what NTA is doing to push this issue beyond individual level. It has to be there, all of us fighting it. Before you know it, that heinous crime will be checkmated.
We must all stand against rape and rapists. We'll take a break now. Newsline will continue shortly.
The difference between regular data and MTN data. I'll show you. With regular data, you get this. But with MTN data, you get moved right into the action like this. And this. MTN data, you don't just get more, you experience more. Need loads of data to live your dream? Turn it up on MTN, the reliable data network.
Ovaltine 3-in-1. It has great taste.
Big day ahead.
Yummy, yummy, full of nourishment and vitality. Tip bodies and shock minds. Ovaltine 3-in-1. 3-in-1. Ovaltine 3-in-1.
New Ovaltine 3-in-1. Smart choice for smart kids.
How did I get here? It all started shortly after I graduated from MSTC, the Model Skills Training Center, with a certificate in ICT. I successfully developed a data management program that has been called the software of the future. Thanks to its success, everyone wants it, and as you can see, now everyone wants me. But I'm not alone. The skills training programs at MSTC are equipping young Nigerians to become the next big success story. Whether it's ICT, mechatronics, facility technology, electronics and computer networking, or culinary studies, a certificate at MSTC is the way of the future. And just like me,
there he is.
Everyone will want you to.
ITF, developing the nation's human resource.
Why do we do it? Hide, cover up, tone down. Choose boldness. Celebrate the skin you're in and dress with confidence with Nivea Nourishing Cocoa Body Lotion. The triple-layered care of deep moisture serum, precious cocoa butter, and vitamin E enriches your skin for 48 hours. It's time to show off your best skin. Wear your skin with pride every time with Nivea Nourishing Cocoa Body Lotion.
Confidence is important in life's little moments. Strong teeth can help, even if they get her into trouble sometimes. A great smile is useful to break the ice, and making friends is easier when you know you have fresh breath. I give my family confidence with Pepsodent Triple Protection 123. Its antibacterial action formula gives them cavity protection, white teeth, and fresh breath. The confidence of 3 toothpaste in 1. Pepsodent Triple.
We are StarTimes, the most affordable digital pay TV platform with the widest signal coverage in Nigeria, dedicated to bringing the best TV entertainment around the world to your screen. From Hollywood to Bollywood to Nollywood, we offer the most affordable subscription. Enjoy over 75 channels for as low as 1,700 naira, like Nat Geo Wild, BBC, ESPN, and premium sport like Emirates FA Cup, La Liga, Bundesliga, wrestling. What's more exciting? We have the most flexible payment options in Nigeria. Don't dull. Join us now for an exciting journey. StarTimes. Enjoy digital life.
Welcome back. Now to a story we've been following. Although the school Premier Academy recently raised clues on the need to beam searchlight on the hospital to ascertain the true cause of the death of Kiran Apaga, who allegedly died following an infection from the retrieved sperm-laden condom in her private part. Her mother, Vivian Apaga, has expressed sadness over the manner in which the management of the school continues to desecrate the memory of her late daughter by denying their role in the events which culminated in her demise. Vivian Apaga, at a press briefing, presented an audio conversation between the school matron and herself. Ilyasu Onotsu Yakubu, who is tracking the story, brings us update.
I'm so surprised if she was going through this and she never told anybody, because she's close to all of us in the clinic because of her condition. So
it all depends who that person is. If the person threatened her and she wears a single bead, that bead is not good.
So that means this thing even happens.
An audio recording of the phone conversation between late Karen Haput Apaga's mother, Mrs. Vivian Apaga, and the matron of Premier Academy Clinic, Mrs. Grace Salami, at the hospital where Karen died. Mrs. Apaga affirmed that the conversation ensued between them on the eve of Karen's unfortunate demise. Events such as these being denied by the school and a host of other activities, as well as the delay by the FCT police in making public their findings of the autopsy report of the investigations the family of late Karen and the civil society organizations say cast doubts over the sincerity of purpose in the role of the investigators.
I also called one of the teachers or the house fathers in the school, and he asked me, "How is your daughter now?" I said she's still unconscious, and he said she'll get better and come to us. I said, "No, I'm not bringing my daughter back to your school." The next thing he said was that, "Madam, don't worry, we'll get to the bottom of this, and whoever is rescued, so that it does not happen to other children again." That was his statement.
While authorities of the school have been outspoken to defend their roles in the whole story, the situation at the clinic where Karen died is totally otherwise. The police insists that its investigation has not been concluded and therefore will not be in a haste to go to press over the matter, and therefore appeal to parties involved to exercise patience.
Until the processes are completed, we'll not be in a hurry to divulge, considering the fact that the personality involved is a minor.
Whichever way it turns out, one wish is common amongst the onlookers who anxiously await the outcome, and that is that the soul of the late Karen Haput Apaga gets the right justice she deserves.
Late Karen must get deserved justice. We are following the story. Now, they grew up together and had beautiful plans for their future. But unknowingly to them, fate had another plan for their destinies that resulted in the tragic end of their friendship, with one killing the other. What could have made such a blossoming relationship turn sour all of a sudden? That explanation is what Ifeyinwa Anikwa, who allegedly killed her 43-year-old friend in Abakaliki, is finding difficult to give to the police in Ebonyi State. Ijoma Peter Wante is our guide.
It was just like every other normal day when Ifeyinwa Anikwa decided to pay a visit to her childhood friend Ifeoma Nwankwo at number 3 Jos Street, Abakaliki, perhaps to have a good time with her, as had always been the case. While in their usual playful mood, Ifeyinwa allegedly pushed Ifeoma, but later realized that it was a joke taken too far when she saw her lying lifeless on the floor. Although Ifeoma, who was not married but left behind a male child of 4 years, is no longer alive to say exactly what happened, the 78-year-old father, who on sighting the Newsline crew fought hard to hold back tears, said Ifeoma's death is a big blow to the family, as she was their breadwinner.
Two of them were friends. She came to Ifeoma's place and sat on her bed. After a while, they said she went and urinated. As she was urinating, Ifeoma's child went and laid on the same bed. She came out from the bathroom and brought the child to the floor. After some time again, she entered the bathroom to urinate for the second time, which made Ifeoma's child go back to the bed. This made them to start dragging. In the process, Ifeoma hit her head on the ground and died.
Neighbors who are still gripped with shock over the incident attested to the fact that the two friends were like sisters and hardly quarreled.
This is purely the work of the devil. And since two of them were friends, it is my opinion that the two families should resolve amicably.
The time I come back from market, I saw the woman. They carried the woman go to the hospital. From there, the woman died.
So what happened to Ife's snacks? In fact, it was more than terrible. But we can't question God and we can't do anything.
Efforts made to speak with the suspect, who the police public relations officer, Ebonyi State Police Command, Lovett Oda, said has been remanded for prosecution, did not yield positive results.
She was arrested and arraigned in court of law. She's already in awaiting trial.
I'm not happy, but I can't help it. It has happened. And that's also it has happened. Nothing I can do. I will ask it to anybody to give me somebody like my daughter. So I can do anything. Okay, as of now, I can say she's the mother and all of the family.
If only the duo had a premonition of what awaited them on the 23rd day of July 2021, maybe they would have taken precautions. But then, what is meant to be will always find its way, many believe.
So sad. We will keep you posted on that case. Now, every August, lots of people from around the world throng to Osun State, Nigeria, to attend and participate in the famous 2-week-long Osun-Osogbo festival. It is held at the sacred Osun Grove, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The festival is born out of the yearly sacrifice done to celebrate the river goddess, who serves as the protector of the people of Osogbo. Joshua Ogunjide was there for Newsline.
The over 600 years old international heritage and cultural tourism event, the Osun-Osogbo Festival, is one of the biggest annual religious festivals in Yoruba land, which serves as a strong unifying factor for indigents of Osogbo land, Yoruba people, and the diaspora irrespective of social, economic, religious, and political convictions. Unlike last year, 2020, when the festival was quietly held due to the ravaging COVID-19, the week-long celebrations this year, which attracted worshippers, devotees, and tourists across the globe, is usually rounded off with the offering of sacrifice to the Osun River goddess by a virgin, the votary maid, otherwise called Aruba, amidst pomp and pageantry. It is believed to be a rite of passage for spectators, including tourists.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Anytime you get a chance to come home and witness culture and tradition, it's a beautiful thing.
I have been a worshiper of Osun for 13 years in the United States, and I'm visiting my godfather and his wife, his family, and I'm just very grateful and thankful to be a guest.
The last day started right from the palace of the Ataja of Osogbo, His Imperial Majesty Oba Jimoh Olanipekun, where the Aruba, supported by Osun devotees, carried the sacrifice down to the Osun Sacred Grove to appease Osun River Goddess for protecting the community and the state in the last 1 year, as well as invoke blessings to the sons and daughters of the town and well wishers.
There's nothing we ask from Osun that he did not give to us. So we come to acknowledge that today. And also, the foundation of this town, Osogbo.
The chief host, who doubles as the sole traditionally accredited custodian of Osun-Osogbo Cultural Festival, the Ataja of Osogbo, Oba Jimoh Olanipekun Laroye II, his wives, Council of Chiefs, the Yeye Osun, and Committee of Priestesses sequentially were paid homage by various socio-cultural groups. Represented by the Director General of the Nigerian Tourism Development Corporation, Folorunso Koka, Nigeria's Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, and other stakeholders were of the perspective that such display of cultural tourism could serve as an avenue to identify transnational commercial tendencies that can boost Nigeria's economy.
It's a spectacle that is also worth capturing as you are doing and letting the rest of the world see it, using the new mediums that you have at your disposal, the YouTube, the Google stories, etc.
This festival is important to us, and we do all things again to ensure that we reach it to a greater height.
Any activity that is taking place, we want to see and support it and see that it complies with the World Heritage, mandate.
rich celebration of culture. It has been a tradition in most traditional institutions to appreciate the contribution of sons and daughters in the development of communities by conferring them with traditional titles as motivation. In line with this, the Director News Federal Radio Corporation of Nigeria, Alhaji Sani Suleiman, was recently honored and conferred with a traditional title as Mason Wunte by the district head of Leme in Bauchi Traditional Council. Awal Abdullahi completes the report.
Palace of the district head of Leme in Bauchi Emirate Council witnessed a large crowd from all walks of life to witness the turbaning ceremony of the Director News of Federal Radio Corporation of Nigeria FRCN Alhaji Sani Suleiman as Mason Wunti of Bauchi Chiefdom. The coronation was performed by Sarkin Yakin Bauchi and district head of Leme Alhaji Aliu Yakubu Leme according to the royal tradition. Thereafter, the Mason Wunti, Alhaji Sani Suleiman, was accompanied to the venue of the reception amidst a colorful Doba procession. Alhaji Sani Suleiman thanked the Almighty Allah and appreciated the Emir of Bauchi for the honor and promised to contribute his quota toward promoting unity and peaceful coexistence in the land.
It is a challenge to me to ensure that I reiterate my determination to ensure the socio-economic development of this community by extension to the local government and Bauchi State in general. Not only that, but Nigeria, now we are in a global world. There is need for synergy, there is need for partnership and cooperation to enhance development in this country.
The turbaning ceremony was attended by family members, friends and well-wishers, as well as some prominent personalities within and outside Bauchi State.
For us in the media, it is an event which is a vote of confidence for us. This man has served his people meritoriously. He has served also as a journalist with the FRCN meritoriously still. On behalf of the management of NTA and the DG himself, we wish him and his siblings who have been honored a very successful tenure.
He was that title. He's very hardworking, and I'm sure if he uses his vast experience in journalism, he will benefit, the Emirate will benefit from him.
Sani is a very good person, and definitely he has contributed a lot to the development of this area. And
we grew up together. Sani, since our childhood, is extremely excellent.
Mason Wunti traditionally means the custodian of weapons of the traditional council.
Still on celebrations, Osun-Osogbo is one of the sub-clans in Igara community, the headquarters of Akoko-Edo local government area. The clan is ruled by the Oshemi Nahimi, who is the custodian of the tradition. That is why the Osun-Osogbo clan recently rolled out drums to celebrate the ascension to the throne by the new leader, His Royal Highness Samuel Sunday Mayaki, who emerged following the death of the last traditional rulers. Hakim Etayukai brings us the sights and sounds of the ceremony from one of the largest local government areas in the country.
The installation ceremony commenced with the traditional visit to the ancestral shrine. The oldest female of the Osun-Osogbo clan performed the first rite by wearing the Oshiminayimi, the royal beads, followed by wearing the royal shoes, while the oldest Okana title holder, Chief Samuel Okana, crowned the new Oshiminayimi amidst jubilation by beating the royal drums. Pastor Professor Mike Osabuyi, who represented the Edo State Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Local Government and Community Affairs, presented staff of office to the clan head of the Osun-Osogbo.
And may the Lord help you.
The chairman, planning committee, Apostle Peter Onaivi, and others wished the new Oshiminayimi fruitful reign.
The Oshemic stool is the stool that holds Igara together. Whether there is an Oshemi sitting on the throne or not, because the major things that should be done in Igara, if an Ishimozoko person is not there, it can be done.
I wish him long life. I wish him prosperity. I wish him long life in the throne.
The ceremony is unique in the sense that the whole Igara and the environs gathered here today to witness the ceremony.
I will beg all families in Igara to join us together and work with the Oshiminayimi of Igara, because he's a peaceful and very generous man.
The Crown Head, His Royal Highness Samuel Sunday Mayaki, stressed the need for sustainable peace that will bring development to Igara land.
Let us all cooperate to move our community and Edo State forward. I thank you all for coming, and I wish you journey message back to your various destinations.
Before his installation as the Oshiminayimi of Osun-Osogbo clan of Igara, the new head was the central leader of the APC. He retired from the prestigious Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, Kaduna State, as an acting registrar.
Congratulations, may your reign be great. Two traditional dynasties have joined in marriage as the Prince of the revered Emirate of Zazzau and Zaria, Kaduna State, Abdullahi Nuhu Bomali, wedded his heartthrob Princess Halima Hamed Shuaibu of Nengi Emirate. Abdurrahman Usman Jibrila reports that the Elan of royalty was on show during the celebration of the nuptial.
The traditional heralds are here again, foretelling good tidings for two revered traditional stools. The two emirate councils of Zazzau and Ningi have further strengthened dynastic ties in tale of love and mutual respect culminating in marriage. Chief Imam of Zazzau and Ningi Emirate Councils pronounced Abdullahi and his bride Halima as husband and wife after certifying the payment of 100,000 naira as bride price. It was a display of royal pomp and pageantry as family, friends and relations advised the newly wedded couple on the secrets of a successful marriage life.
I wish them prosperity, all of God's Allah's blessings.
They should be patient with each other, and I'm sure it will work.
There's a lot of understanding, a lot of patience with each other, a lot of open communication.
Advise the couple, on how to discuss issues between themselves, and resolve without getting a third party involved.
The groom and bride say the union was a dream come true and promised to preserve their love and prosper together in the spirit of Islam.
Be kind, religious, believe in God, and be prayerful.
Back to Zaria, a mini Durbar known as Hawan Angonchi was organized in honor of the bride and groom. This is a royal traditional practice by the Zazzau Emirate to welcome a newly married prince and his bride. The excitement was apparent as the prince rode on horseback to acknowledge cheers from his people. Some might say Prince Charming came on his horse and took a bride, the princess.
We are going on another break. Stay tuned.
tough, we know that as a mother, one thing you should never compromise on is your family's oral health, because they deserve the best. Oral-B all-round protection. Its great value, it protects your mouth from harmful bacteria and also protects you against tooth holes and gum problems which can lead to tooth loss. It strengthens your family's teeth and gives them all-round protection. So remember, protect their future. Oral-B for healthier, stronger teeth in just 1 week.
This na the story of Pekin, wey rise to the max. Rain or shine, it not settle for less. Na the story of small boy we get big talent. Home and away. Wait to, it be like say na the story of one man wey fall, but we bounce back in style.
Osimhen, wetin dey motivate you? I want day big, special and great.
Watching us live from Big Brother House Studio.
Joy for Osimhen, his teammates are chuffed for him as well.
Make we dey enjoy Max Entertainment together.
Sports or movies, telenovela or cartoon, music or reality TV. With just 6,900 naira, you fit get your Go TV decoder plus 1 month Max subscription. Make you dey enjoy over 75 channels with for Go TV Max. Make you and your special ones they enjoy better things on Max levels. Go TV, love it.
The Ministry of Works and Housing has the responsibility to help improve the quality and the quantity of the road infrastructure assets, which are the roads and the bridges and the highways. At the moment, we have over 13,000 kilometers of road network under repair, reconstruction, or rehabilitation out of the existing 35,000 kilometers of federal road network. These 13,000 kilometers are comprising about 850 different contracts which the ministry superintends across Nigeria. We are fulfilling the mandate of our ministry to expand the connectivity of Nigeria's states and by extension the towns and villages through road transport.
The counsel of our fathers.
My advice to these young people is please do not take us back to those harrowing days. You probably do not know what it is.
Nigerian youths, let's build our nation together.
Nigerian youths are about the greatest asset the country has at the moment. It is therefore not surprising that the administration of President Muhammadu Buhari is strategically responding to the yearnings of the youth through multiple projects and programs. Youth entrepreneurship support years by Bank of Industry, the Youth Investment Fund by the CBN, and several other conditional cash transfer programs. Recruitment of 774,000 social workers, majority of whom are youths, and so many other projects that are beneficial to youths directly or indirectly. If the administration can do all this, definitely with a degree of patience and time, it can achieve more. Nigerian youths must come together to say no to terrorism, no to vandalism, and no to all disruptive tendencies. Hashtag Youth for Greater Nigeria. Pacifying the youths, unifying the nation.
On the wings of democracy comes conflicting issues in party politics. That's our focus on NTA Tuesday Live this week. Tuesday Live, every week at 10:30 p.m. promises to be educative and incisive. Join us.
Welcome back. Marriage is one of the oldest institutions ordained by God. In many cultures, such as ours, for instance, when a man decides to settle down in marriage, he is seen to have come of age and responsible. One may then ask if being married is seen as a sign of maturity for men. Why do some remain uncomfortable in bachelorhood, even when they have the means to sustain a married life? Chinenye Nwoye went to town in search of answers to this puzzle.
Research has shown that most spinsters and bachelors love the active life of singledom, and when it comes to committing to someone in marriage, they feel a deep knot of anxiety in their stomach. With the belief that marriage is for life, for better, for worse, and not a bed of roses as often said, many people get cold feet about marriage or committing to another person. They think of how they will deal with the storm that will arise in the marriage, among others.
Marriage is not something you just go into and jump out immediately. You have to know the person very well, know if you can stay. Some people like dating, they like the person is beautiful, she's presentable, I want to hang out with my friends, I'll go out with her. So if the person doesn't have a good character, the person can enjoy a relationship, but marriage, no, the person can't.
Girls of nowadays are difficult to predict. You can never predict the person to marry. You get confused. You don't even know which person to get in touch with again.
The fear of marriage, experts say, can, however, arise from negative experiences of marriage witnessed in one's own family close circle. They were of the view that the idea of being attached to one person also makes some people think that it is better to live alone. The same vision, drive, independence, and sense of adventure with which they navigate their lives as individuals simultaneously makes them afraid to dedicate themselves to one person in marriage.
I've heard from someone, an elderly person that doesn't want to marry. When you ask that person the reason of not getting married, he always says that he doesn't want to get someone's child into his house to come and suffer,
Like myself, I'm a married man. Though I don't club. My wife don't club. But once in a while we go out.
The man you married may not be the type that likes outgoing. Some will say, when you are going out, you will meet other men.
Respondents believe that making a commitment to marry is a huge decision and a big unknown, while still being single. And they say it is helpful to get acclimated to the environment of marriage and find concrete examples of married couples who still have a romantic spark and who have the type of life and love they want.
Interesting comments there. Now, this is where we end Newsline for today. Thank you for watching. We'll see you Sunday next week. God bless Nigeria.
We are all Nigerians. Against all odds, we shall and must remain united. We may have our challenges, our problems, and setbacks. However, together we shall overcome them all. What doesn't break us shall make us stronger. This is the mindset that shall bring peace, progress, and prosperity to our beloved country. Do not let tribal and religious sentiments govern how you think, act, or feel. Don't be influenced by those who want to destroy our precious national unity. Everybody who is a Nigerian is your brother and your sister. This is the mindset of the new Nigeria. It is also the mindset that we must all adopt. Let us support each other in creating the Nigeria of our dreams. This message is from the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA.
This present government has done a lot on the train modernization. They came in and completed the Abuja-Kaduna, and we have 9 stations there, 5 stopping stations and 4 crossing stations, making 9. And when we started in 2016, we started with 2 trips, then we later moved on to 8 trips. And we are talking about moving to 14 trips a day, and we have been able to send 10 DMUs, 10 coaches, and 2 locomotives new. We have 12 stations on the Takpere-Warri line. It's about 312 kilometer length of track, and it's over 35 years old. And the government came and took it up, finished the track, built modern stationing, and the stations are finished. Working on the signaling. We all hope to start the commercial operation by the end.